What's up, you guys? It's your girl Jackie O, and this is going to be prom look number 2. This is a dark, sultry look, but it's got a little bit of color. I figured, do something different. So let's get started. All right, so we're gonna go straight in and address this situation. Yes, we have an uninvited guest, but I just put a little powder on top of it. You gonna act like you didn't even see it. That just removes some of the shine. So I'm going right in with foundation. This isn't one of my favorite drugstore options. I am keeping these tutorials drugstore friendly, but I mean, it's a pretty good foundation. It'll do. So I'm just going in and applying this full coverage. You always wanna go for more full coverage when you know you're gonna be photographed. And I'm blending that out with my wet beauty or damp beauty blender sponge, I should say. You can also use a latex sponge. This is just what performs foolproof for me. Then I'm going to be concealing under the eyes using the black opal stick concealer. And again, this provides a nice full coverage look. And I like these concealers because they're kind of yellow based, so they add some brightness to the skin. So I'm going to be applying that in the key points. And then for some odd reason, I don't know why, I just felt the urge to add LA Girl Pro Concealer to mix in with it. I'm not sure if I don't know, I was just kind of experimenting. Sometimes I get like that, and I thought the results were okay. I'm not sure if I'd do it again. Anyway, I blended that out with my beauty blender sponge, and then once that's all meshed in with the foundation, I take my foundation brush without adding any extra product, and I just blend it all into the skin. And just to reiterate, because these concealers are yellow based, I do not mess with Sacha Buttercup with this concealer. So instead, I use one of my other second favorite alternatives. This is from Laura Mercier, the Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and I'm just hitting that in the center points of the face to remove shine and set the concealer. I use the new L'Oreal Infallible powder. Well, it's not that new anymore. This is my first time testing it out, and I found it to be okay. I feel like the shade is a tad bit lighter. By the way, you guys, if I look lighter than normal, especially in the intro, it's because I am. I think I forgot to dim my lighting. So disregard. Okay, I'm going to bronze my skin. You can contour. I think it just depends on how you want this to look. I just rarely ever contour. I prefer a more warmer look to the skin. This one is from CoverGirl Queen Collection. And then I applied a pink blush. This one is Berry Amore from Milani, one of my favorites. Actually, I like their entire blush collection. And I'm just refreshing the skin with that. I took Monster, the new highlighter from Colourpop, and I applied that to the high points of my cheekbones with both my finger and this fan brush. I feel like when you use your finger, you get a little bit more pigmentation. Then I started for the eyes with a purple eyeshadow base. This one's from Milani, and I'm really applying that in heavily because I want the purple and the shadows we're going to be using later to pop. So once you've applied that, blend it out with your finger, make sure there's no harsh lines. Then I took this crease color. This is from Makeupgeek. It's called Creme Brulee, one of my favorite crease colors at the moment. And just go in with a blending brush and pop that into the crease of the eyes and make sure that's nice and well blended. This is going to soften the edges of the eyes. And then that same color is going to be applied along my bottom lash line. So I'm taking this brush and just smudging. Then I took Corrupt from Makeupgeek, which is a matte black. You have to be really careful with the shadow. And I'm blending that on the outer corner of my eyes, but also notice how I'm taking a different blending brush and then blending around the edges of it so it doesn't look harsh. And then I took this purple from Makeupgeek. This is Drama Queen. And that is going to be the color that I'm placing on my lid and making sure that that is blended into the black matte eyeshadow. And then again, it doesn't hurt to keep blending. Blend as much as you need to, girl. Literally. Then I took this teal eyeshadow. This is Houdini. Isn't she pretty? She's really pretty. I applied Houdini in the inner corners of my eyes. I thought this would be a fun. Teal and purple is like one of my favorite color combinations. So I popped that on the inner corner of the eye. First, I used an eyeshadow brush for the step, but I'm just really a big fan in using my fingers, especially for Makeupgeek shadows. So I went in and I really popped that in the inner corner with my finger, and then with the purple Drama Queen, I'm going to be applying that along the bottom lash line. The key here is to make everything look blended and soft, and then a blending brush again, and I'm blending around the edges of that. Then I took this lime green shadow, also from Makeupgeek, and I apply that in the inner corner of my eye. You guys know my highlight in the inner corners of the eyes is pretty much my signature. And that finished the eyes. Now I'm moving on to brows. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade and going for my usual brow shape. And then I filled in any sparse lines or gaps with the Brow Wiz. I would highly advise you guys to try to get your brows done at least a week before prom. And I say a week simply because your brows aren't gonna grow back that fast, so you can spare a week. And if you have never waxed your brows before and you have an allergic reaction, then you'll have just enough time for it to heal. So now I'm just brushing the brows in and making sure everything looks natural. And then I applied mascara. This one's from Bobbi Brown. I'm basically prepping the eyes because I'm going to be wearing lashes later, but that probably was not the smartest choice because I'm not a fan of these lashes like at all. So remind me not to ever reach for those again. Now I'm taking a black pencil liner. Pretty sure this one is from, yep, that's from Milani. And I'm applying that in the waterline of my eyes. If it looks scary, it's not, I promise. It looks a lot scarier than it is. And then onto the lips, I lined my lips with a brown lip pencil from Colourpop, and then it's a soft brown. And then using this lipstick from Milani, it's one of my favorite nude pinks. It's like a creamy nude pink. I pop that onto my lips, and that pretty much completes the makeup look. We're going to go on over into the hair. So basically the idea of hair was I kind of wanted this Greek goddess. I don't know why, I just felt like filming the hair portion in this, but I thought I'd do something different. I used my NUME Trio set that I recently got. I've already reviewed this and used this in another tutorial. I just figured I would just make this tutorial a little bit different and add a hair portion and make this get ready with me style. So I curled the hair all over using the smallest rod from the collection, the Curl Jam set. And then once I got to the top section of my hair, I braided that off to the side, tucked it underneath in the back of my hair. And then for the hair on the other side of my face, instead of tucking it underneath, I decided to tuck it behind, like towards the back of my head, and then pin it, but then grab hair on the crown and then use that to cover it. And that is the end of the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about rose gold. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Everybody else is doing it, but I've been getting so many requests for it, so it seems like it's really going to be a popular color. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you at my next video. Bye!
You requested it, so we rewound.